What's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have got some updates on Nacho, his goodbye. We've got also some situation on the left back, new updates there as well, and a little bit more related to Real Madrid. But let's start off with this news coming from Nacho Ruiz Cope, um, who works for TJ Cope. Um, as soon as possible, Nacho will also say goodbye at the Santiago Bernabeu. Today will be an institutional event with Florentino Perez, members of the board of directors, teammates, family and friends. Now, it is obviously a goodbye, a farewell before he heads over to Is it Ketsia or is that where Joselu is going? I don't know. But obviously Joselu is gone as well, so these two are officially gone. For Nacho, look, just a little bit of a final word on this. As we've said before, this is a player who has been in the Real Madrid system since he was 11, I believe. Was it 23 years? Since he was a little kid, he's gone through health issues like, if I'm not wrong, he had diabetes when he was young. So obviously, with everything he's gone through, and then obviously coming in, winning 6 Champions Leagues, if I'm not wrong, with Real Madrid, never being that main star because he was always behind the likes of Ramos, then Varane, and then it was really Militao, and then now these days you're looking at Rudiger and Alaba, but he has always remained loyal. He's always been happy to just be there. He's never complained. He's trained. He's worked hard. He has put himself for the team, his body on the line for the team. He is a legend, and you have to accept that, and that's a fact. So all the best to Nacho, to wherever he's going. I have no idea. Over in, I think, Qatar, if I'm not wrong. I think Joselu is going to Saudi. I think Nacho is going to Qatar. So good luck to Nacho and Joselu, of course. But let's move to this. Breaking: Real Madrid want to finalize Mendy's renewal in coming days, from Jose Felix Diaz. We've got a bit more. Mendy is close to renewing, and Mendy is happy in Madrid. He feels valued and wants to stay, from Jose Felix Diaz. This is incredible news, okay? Because in my opinion, for me personally, I want Mendy to stay. I think he is one of the most underrated left backs in the world. I do. I think he's a very good player. I do. And I think that he is underrated. I do. And you cannot plan to sign the likes of Alphonso Davies and sell Mendy and have two left backs, whom are Fran Garcia and Alphonso Davies. You cannot have 2 attacking wing backs on the same flank, right? You have to have 2 different types of players. Maybe one a bit more attacking minded, but one a bit more defensive minded. And for me, either we stick with what we have with Mendy and Fran Garcia, and Mendy becomes the starter, or we sell Fran Garcia and we go and sign Davies, and Davies becomes the starter. There's only one of 2 ways, right? Mendy should never be sacrificed to keep Fran Garcia because he just joined last season, and bring Davies in. I don't think that works. I think, personally, I would be happy to sell Fran Garcia for Davies, but I'll also be happy to keep Fran Garcia and keep Mendy. I think both are okay. They're both okay. But if you want to really sign a new shiny toy in Alphonso Davies, then you have to sacrifice Fran Garcia and not Mendy. So there's that in terms of the left back. But speaking of Alphonso Davies, we have got a bit of news, just a tiny bit. If Alphonso Davies does not renew, the month of August will be the time to raise the topic again from Jose Felix Diaz. Look, as Real Madrid tried to do with Lenny Yoro, as Real Madrid have done with Mbappe, not quite, but as Real Madrid have done with Camavinga, it is about wasting and letting time go and run. Okay, the longer this takes, the more panic there will be in Munich from Bayern Munich, and the longer Davies doesn't sign, you know, they can come out and say that they will not pay him more money, but they will also know that they are not going to get the 50 million or even 20 million for him. They're not going to get anything for him if he goes. Whereas if they say, you know what, we're going to let our ego down, we're going to just sell you now, right? We don't care if you're going to leave, we're going to sell you because we want to take the money now. And they lower the fee down to 20-25 million euros, the deal can be done. If not, it's simple. Real Madrid will wait for 1 year, and in a year's time, summer 2025, the same thing will happen like it did with Mbappe and PSG. Whereas last summer, PSG were like, we are gonna make him stay, and he ended up leaving. So let's see what happens with Alphonso Davies. But this came in last night. Official, Real Madrid become the first football club to exceed 1 billion euros in revenue. This is Florentino Perez's masterclass. He has built this. He has shaped this. And is it a surprise that Real Madrid are the first? No. It's hard to obviously reach that level, but I don't think even the likes of Manchester City will reach that. I don't think they will reach 1 billion. Obviously, revenues come not just based on your success, but it's also based on many different factors. Fans, selling of tickets, and stadium to host events. I think Spurs are a good example of that as well. But Real Madrid are starting to do that as well. We've seen artists come and perform at the Bernabeu. But it's a lot of revenue comes from different places. You can sell your jerseys, your merchandises. You can sell tickets to football games or concerts or whatever, shows, performances. And obviously success comes in as well. I think that the more popular you are as a football club, I think the higher your revenue will be. So I won't be surprised if Barcelona are in there, Manchester United, Liverpool might be in the top 6-7. There will certainly be the bigger teams, but Real Madrid will still be the biggest of all, and that I don't think is any doubt that Real Madrid are the biggest franchise in the world, and they are probably the biggest football club in the world in terms of right now and history wise as well. I think that's just that. But let's move to the final bit of news I want to talk about. Now this came in from ESPN, right? They posted this, and Madrid Extra has reposted it. The highest paid La Liga players: Frankie de Jong on 37.5 million euros per year. Lewandowski on 33.33 million euros a year. And Mbappe is on 31.25 million euros a year. This tells you all you need to know, right? Neither Frankie de Jong nor Robert Lewandowski should be earning anywhere more than Kylian Mbappe. They shouldn't. So if Barcelona are questioning as to why they are bankrupt and they don't have enough money to spend on signings, this is the best example. Real Madrid's highest paid earners is on 31 million euros, right? And I know Real Madrid have got more than one high paid earner, so I assume Mbappe, Vini, and even Bellingham will be in and around that 30 million euro zone, about the same. But De Jong and Lewandowski shouldn't be on 37 and 33 million euros respectively. It shouldn't happen. Especially Frankie De Jong. I mean, Lewandowski is coming to Barcelona as probably the best striker in the world back in 2021. But Frankie De Jong, he came from Ajax. And for some reason, they've just given him 37.5 million euros a year. Like, back in Ajax, he wasn't even the best midfielder in the world. So, that's bizarre. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's short video. Hit the button instead, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.